In this video, we're going to look at a pretty typical word problem that uses the distributive property. So let's read the problem. An architect draws plans for extending a rectangular deck. Let x represent the increase in meters of the deck's length. Use the expression below, 3.7 multiplied by 4.5 plus x. A, what does each factor of the expression represent? What does the expression represent? B, use the distributive property to expand the expression. What does each term of your new expression represent? All right, well, let's go through this and break it down. So what do we have here? We have this drawing, and in this drawing, 3.7 meters right here, this line, that's the width of this drawing of a rectangular deck. 4.5 meters, this part, is the existing part of the deck. And this part here, with the dashed line that's represented by x, our unknown here, is the deck's extension. And that's how much longer it's going to be when it's done. All right, and let's recall that factors are numbers being multiplied, right? In this case, 3.7 is one factor, and this expression, 4.5 plus x, is another factor. So, what does 3.7 represent? 3.7 represents the width of the deck in meters. 4.5 plus x represents the length of the extended deck in meters. Once again, right, 4.5 was the original length, and we're going to extend it x meters. We don't know what that length is. All right, and lastly, we're asked, what does this represent? Well, if I multiply the width by the length, as most of you recall, that's how I find the area of a rectangle, right? So 3.7 multiplied by 4.5 plus x is going to represent the area of the extended deck in square meters, right? Because everything in this problem is in meters. Okay, at this point I'm going to slide this up because they're asking us to, in the second part of this problem in B here, what does each term of your new expression represent? They're asking us to use the distributive property to expand the expression. And what that means, of course, is to multiply, right? 3.7, we're going to multiply that by 4.5 plus x. And when we distribute that, we're going to find out that that equals 16.65. That's 3.7 multiplied by 4.5. Plus 3.7 multiplied by x would be 3.7x. Okay, so what do these numbers represent? And once again, I'm just going to slide up because I want to make sure I have enough room. Well, this is 3.7 multiplied by 4.5. That's what we got here. That's the area here. This is going to be the area of the existing deck. That's the deck before we put on this addition. And the 3.7x, still we don't know what that x is, but that's okay. What this represents is the area of the new part of the deck. I'm going to say portion of the deck. All right, and that's what we've got.